Hello and welcome to another thrilling episode of Prog Review, and today, if you haven't read the title and description, it's June the 1st, 1974, featuring the delights of Kevin Ayers, John Cale, Eno and Nico. There you go, look at that. There you go, that's good, isn't it? Like you really see everything. Look at that. This is the reissue that was out last year. Yeah, I remember getting this album many years ago. Many years ago. But we'll read the details from Wikipedia first, because makes it look like I know what I'm talking about. Released 20th of June 1974, recorded 1st of June 1974. So, blimey, it was recorded at the beginning of the month and released at the end of the month. How did they do that? It's 45 minutes, 54 seconds long, and it is a live album, recorded at the Rainbow Theatre in London, obviously on June the 1st, 1974. It'd be weird if it was a different date, different time. Again, I got this many years ago on CD. I sold it. But it's an important record. I got it because Eno. I thought, Eno, that could be good. There's 2 live Eno tracks. I'll listen to that. But it's also my introduction to Kevin Ayers. Even though I knew Kevin Ayers, I'd seen him on various like old grey whistle test playbacks and whatnot, and knew of his association with Michael Oldfield. This was my first recording of his that I'd actually physically bought, and I got it on CD. I think it was an EG CD reissue. Shouldn't have sold it really. I should have kept it, but probably bought Verity's Pram or something back in the day. And yeah, it's a live album. And there's a lot of talent on this, because not only do we have Kevin Ayers, we have Eno, we have John Cale. So you can see the Eno Cale thing, can't we? Nico's on there from Velvet Underground fame. Mike Oldfield, you know him. Ollie Allsall's on here. He worked with Vivian Stanshall and Kevin Ayers. John Rabbit Bundrick, he worked with The Who, I think. Robert Wyatt, you know him. Soft Machine. Doreen Chanter, she does backing vocals. She appeared on Diamond Head, film Mance News Diamond Head record. Archie Leggett, Eddie Sparrow, Lisa Strike and Irene Chanter. She was another one, I think, appeared on Diamond Head with her sister. So yeah, a lot of talent there, a lot of talent going on. It's got high prog credentials, and like I said, the reason I bought it was for the opening 2 tracks, Driving Me Backwards and Baby's on Fire. Again, Driving Me Backwards is a bit of an odd Eno live track to do, because it's a bit of a sludgy. Yeah, it's not an upbeat, up tempo. It's kind of a bit of a dirge, isn't it? It's a bit of a doomy old song, but that's made up for Baby's on Fire, and there's some good guitar on that from Ollie Allsall. And who else plays guitar on that? And there's somebody else. I'm looking at the list of. Yeah, it is Ollie Allsall. Just make sure. So yeah, it's good to hear that one done live. I remember there was a bootleg called Darley's Car, which had a lot of Eno stuff live. I think it was taken from BBC sessions. So yeah, I bought that back in the day as well. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit off of myself. This is followed by Heartbreak Hotel, done by John Cale. I think he did this on his album. I think he's done a studio version of this, and it's deconstructed. It's not like the Elvis version that we all know. It's slowed down and again, dirge. I'm just thinking dirge. This first side of the record, dirge. But it's not to say it's not fun. It's not. There's more to it than that. And side A is resolved with a version of The End by The Doors by Nico, and again it's very melodramatic. This is the end. My only friend, the end. It's like that, you know. Not as good as the Doors. I mean, I love the Doors version. Who doesn't love the Doors, you know? Everyone loves the Doors. Better than the Beach Boys. Oh, that's the comment section aflame. But it's an interesting interpretation. Again, both Cale and Nico make these covers of their own. They own them. They own them. Now, when you flip it over, the B side is all Kevin Ayers' stuff, because it was actually a Kevin Ayers concert that these people turned up to, because he invited him. He said, "Oh, I'm doing this concert." You know, I think he was living in France, south of France or whatnot. And where was he living? Does it say? It doesn't. Why do I think he was living in the south of France? Probably because he always lived there. But yeah, he arranged the concert and invited a load of people to join him, and that's why they're all there. So yeah, the B-side starts with "May I." That's probably his most well-known track, and you can see why the ladies had a thing for him. More about that later, about the cover. So "May I" is like a classic track. "Shat in a Bucket Blues" and "Stranger in Blue Suede Shoes" and "Everyone's Sometime" and "Some People's All the Time" blues, they're very similar, you know. The thing about Kevin Ayers on some of his blues songs is they are musically very familiar, but it's the words you got to listen for. The words are different, but they're not. I wouldn't really call them blues songs. It's just, you know, that's his. It's just his shtick, as it were. But they're good fun. I think the problem is that having them all running back to back, there's nothing to break them up. You know, I like those songs individually, but to have three of them running back into each other, again, it's. I don't know if that was how the concert ran, or whether it's just that it was done for the B side of the album. You know, because I think there was a number of tracks that were left off, especially by Nico and Cale. But you know, it's nice to hear Kevin Ayers doing his thing, and it ends with the Sublime 2 goes into 4, and it was because of this album and this song. I did that as the tribute when Kevin Ayers died. I did a cover of that, which I think you can see on my other channel, and I really like it. I like the simplicity and the honesty of the track, so that's why I covered it, and I really like it here. Where you have this kind of, like, say, the A side's a bit dirgy, and then you have all these bluesy. This is almost like a palate cleanser. It ends the album really well and puts a lovely full point, you know, at the end. It's a really good end to the record. It's not a perfect record, obviously, because some tracks are missed off. You know, it's not a true representation of the event. It's a pseudo live album because bits have been omitted, and I imagine track listings have been falsified in order to get the running order. But it's certainly a good, you know, a good record of the time. And talking of the record of the time, the cover was taken by legendary photographer Mick Rock. You know him. He photographed loads of bands. You know, the Queen's Queen 2 sleeve and Bowie stuff. You know Mick Rock. He's all everywhere. And the cover is quite interesting. I'll put it up so you can have a look at it. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? I've got to remember to put if no cover appears, it's because I've forgotten, because I'm that professional. But the look between Ayers and Cale is because Cale had caught Ayers compromising position with his wife, doing the okey pokey, I think they say in America, isn't it? And that's why they're looking at each other, and Cale looks like he wants to kill him. But hey, it was the 70s, everybody did that. So there you go. So I've always wondered what that cover was about. It was only like when I read up on it, you know, when you could read up on these things, not with the internet. I read it it must have been in a magazine. Do you remember magazines? No one buys magazines anymore. And I read what really went on, and that amused me greatly because Kevin Ayers was a legendary ladies' man, and why not? He could have been so big and so wonderful, but chose not to. He couldn't help himself. You had to swim against the tide rather than with it. So yeah, in terms of rating, I'm gonna be generous because it's not, like I say, it's not perfect, but you do get a sample of everyone's stuff. You get a good nosegay of everyone's material. But it would have been good as a double. Again, with this reissue, let's do a double. Let's expand it. Let's expand the record. But they didn't, So, but it does give you, if you pick this up, you think, well, it gives you the jumping off point to either explore Eno or Cale or Nico's work. So, yeah. So, there's always that. Like I said, for me, it was an important record because I heard all these people, and that's what it was like when you're young and you're getting into new things. So, in terms of rating, I'm going to give this a fond 3. 2 goes into 4 out of 5. That's 3. 2 goes into 4 out of 5. Just, I know it's not perfect, and I know the A side's a little bit leaden, but then he gets a point for being just wonderful because Kevin Ayers, joyful. So hopefully you've enjoyed this review, this wonderful review. Don't forget to share it, man. Share it. Show it to your granny. Maybe she slept with Kevin Ayers. Let me know in the comments if that happened. Don't forget you can support this channel. Why would you want to do that? You get this for free. But you don't, because the smart boys and girls, there might be girls, I don't know. I mean, there must be women watching this, because look at these chiseled features, You look like Mr. Potato Head. Who said that? You can join the club either via Patreon or via the inbuilt join. There's a button somewhere. I'll point to it, and then in a couple of years' time, they'll either get rid of it or move it, and then I'll be pointing to nowhere. They do things. Do you remember that? Do you remember when you could say touch the screen and you link? You can't do that. I've got loads of videos where I'm going touch the screen and it don't work. Thanks, YouTube. Thank you. You didn't think that through, did you? You didn't think it through. But yeah, you can join for as little as £1 and get loads of hidden videos, hidden reviews that only the smart kids have access to. Wow. And it means that I will one day tackle the giant Lock family debt. Oh yeah, I'm tackling it all right. And you're helping, you're playing your part. Anyway, thank you for watching. There will be another one along in a minute, so stay tuned. Oops, I shouldn't play with things. I'm a fiddler. Do you fiddle? Or is it just me? I love fiddling. So anyway, thanks for joining me. We'll do this again soon, but now it's the important sign-off, which gives us brand identity. All right. Are you ready? Don't forget to prog on.